What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the very first time. I am also known as John Prey de Chuckle Nugget, as an emailer mistakenly wrote in a couple episodes ago. If you guys don't understand that, you need to go back and make sure you're watching our main episodes with Jeff and I. There's a whole big saga that occurs over multiple episodes with that. Anyway, I am here today to watch for the very first time an episode called A Quality of Mercy. I believe this is the next to last episode for season 1. We're so stinking close to having this one wrapped up, which means we're 20% of the way through the show. That's crazy because it still feels like we're just getting going. Hey, quick reminder. We announced on the show last week, we are going to be doing a season 1 recap when we wrap this whole thing up. And as a part of that, we are giving this away. An awesome listener / viewer, Wash, had 3D printed this, designed and 3D printed this model of the Babylon 5 station. And we're going to be giving this away because this thing is awesome. Like, I'm kind of jealous. Like, I'm sad that I said we'd give it away because I kind of want to keep it. But this thing just looks super cool. So anyway, we're going to be giving this away. And the way you can enter is by going over to Apple and leaving us a review over at Apple. But then here's what you need to do, because Apple gets weird. We need you to take a screenshot, and you can either tweet at us at Babylon First and tag us in the tweet and show us that you did it that way. DM us, that's okay too. Or email us, babylon5first@gmail.com. And that's how you get entered in to win this awesome thing, which we're going to give away on our season 1 recap show, which is coming up very, very soon. All right. Anyway, all of that out of the way, it is time to press play on A Quality of Mercy. I don't even know what this one's about. Like, I made another joke last week that this was going to be like an episode of Star Trek that's also called Quality of Mercy. Yeah, I have no clue. Like, I'm at that spot where I'm kind of hoping that it's a continuation of last week, but not at the same time, because while this is a serialized show, it's not a serialized show. So last week we had Babylon Squared with the Babylon 4 station and Lynn and that whole craziness. So I want to see some more of that story, but maybe there's some other stories that we've kind of lost. Maybe this is a Psychor thing. I have no idea. Let's get into it. And you guys make sure you join Jeff and I on Monday when we will do our full episode talking about this one, A Quality of Mercy. Let's go.
Ambassador.
But I will see what.
Okay, time out. I've noticed this for the past few episodes, but way over, you can't even see it because my hand goes off the screen. Way over there next to Londo, and I mean, this is framed perfectly in the shot. It has to be there for a reason. Is that little gold statue that looks like a naked girl with weird thingies coming off of her? Or maybe she's in a bikini. I don't know. Is that the thing that way back? What was it? Was it Born to the one where Londo got drunk and got up on the table? That episode. Is that the idol that he was like kissing its butt? And what exactly is that idol? I'm curious. Is that his god? Is that the goddess of fertility and debauchery? Like, there's something to that. I keep thinking of it as a Torgon, if you guys know that reference, but I don't know. But I'm so interested because I keep seeing it. Like, it keeps popping up in the background, and it's incredibly noticeable when it does. So, all right, time in.
I'll be in touch.
I'll be in touch. Touch this.
Touch this.
You know, it occurs to me, we haven't spent much time together, you and I.
Yes, I've been doing quite a bit of reading since my arrival.
Reading?
Yes.
Reading is no substitute for experience. Tell you
Uh-oh,
what,
he wants
it is
drinking
an
buddy.
imposition on my busy schedule.
I don't know, Ambassador.
Oh, my good, dear friend. Trust me.
Yeah, right.
Will the defense?
Okay, time out. So, here's what we know about Lanier. When he gets into other people's stuff, Like he really dives in. Like you remember the thing he did with Garibaldi and the motorcycle. He took a flying interest and he dove all the way into that thing. So I very much see this as the corruption of Lanier getting ready to happen here. That he's probably not supposed to do. All right, we have an ombuds, judge, magistrate. That's still such a weird word to me. Ombuds. Apparently, it's a real word in like today, like in this day and era. But I think Jeff said in his prediction yesterday, not yesterday, last week, that this might have something to do with like Dr. Franklin and the ombuds and sequel to Believers. I don't know. Let's find out.
In light of that evidence, this court finds you guilty of murder in the first degree.
Doesn't feel like an appropriate
Sentence will be
trial
handed down
there.
at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Earth Standard Time.
So it doesn't feel like a trial really happened there. Just like, I'm sure it did. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. It really just kind of feels like, hey, we got this evidence and we've just decided you're guilty. Like, did he get a chance for defense? Whatever. So yeah, I don't know. By the way, that guy is incredibly recognizable and he always plays the bad guy. Like it's the same. He like gets typecast in this role. So all right, let's find out.
I'd like to see the doctor.
The line forms at the rear.
I'm sure it does.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please go right in. I'll put the doctor.
She's like, I'm sure it does. I ain't waiting in it though.
All right. You can start by removing your clothes.
Not without dinner and flowers.
Lieutenant Commander, what are you doing down here?
What a coincidence. I was about to ask you the same thing.
Med labs aren't free. Not everyone can afford to come for treatment, especially in down below.
They have my sympathies. But this is an unauthorized clinic.
Don't do that.
Same thing.
Yeah, come on,
The
Ivanova.
taxpayers back home expect us to be self-supporting. They wouldn't approve of diverting medicine, supplies, resources.
I know. That's why I didn't tell you.
If I'm going to share in the blame, I'd at least like to share in some of the fun.
All right. Sure, we can find something for you to do.
She's gonna become a nurse.
Joining the fun, you might as well go all the way, right?
Okay, so this I think goes to further elaborate the difference between Babylon 5 and Star Trek for me, because I didn't think for a moment that med labs cost anything. Like I didn't even occur to me that would be a thing, that they'd be getting bills if they have insurance in the future or anything like that. And they set up a free clinic. Now, in a town of 250,000 people, which is what they tell us Babylon 5 is, you need a free clinic. Like you've got to take care of your citizens on some level, you know? A lot of people still don't utilize the free clinic, but you've got to be able to do that. Like this isn't just people doing something out of the goodness of their heart. Like that needs to be part of the program. Like in a town of 250,000 people, you're still going to have homeless people. You're still going to have people on welfare. You're still going to have people using food stamps or whatever. Like that's just in today's age. And since they seem to be a little bit more in line with today's age as opposed to the utopian Star Trek thing, they need to be able to provide for that. Like I get Ivanova's point, like they've got to be self-supporting and you can't necessarily divert these resources, but that should actually be a part of their plan is what I'm saying. Not for everybody, but that should be set up. But it's an interesting twist. Like she comes down ready to drop the hammer on him, and then she winds up jumping in just because she wants to be informed. She doesn't want to be left out of the loop. Like it's a little weird, but okay. Let's keep going.
The Corps promised to send someone as soon as they can.
Maybe while you're inside his head, you can poke around, see if this guy's killed before.
Ms. Winters, I'm prepared to pass sentence, and I need your help to monitor the process. Can I count on you?
You know, she's clearly expressed she doesn't want to do this.
I'm a little bit turned around here. I'm looking for Brown 27G, a woman by the name of Laura Rosen. She's supposed to be around here somewhere.
That's her.
Right over there. Oh. What do you want with her?
Well, I've been hearing about some kind of quack practicing medicine without a license.
Yeah, that's totally Laura Rosen.
There.
Oh, maybe not.
There.
How much do I...
Whatever you'd like to pay is sufficient. Thank you.
I always like that pay what you can kind of a thing.
Hello, doctor.
This is,
Alien. Yes. It's good
It's
for
Vorlon.
the flesh, the blood, and the bone. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
My mother's very tired after her sessions. As a doctor, I'm sure you can understand my concern for her health.
All right. But as a doctor, I'll be back. You can count on it.
See, this is where, like, he should investigate to see if it actually works. Like, okay, this is a problem I have with Franklin, is he's so stuck in his own ways. Like, his head is up his own butt about the way he does it is the right way, and the way anyone else does it is the wrong way. Instead of being an actual scientist, like he claims that he is. Because if he was a scientist, he would hear this claim of it works, and then he would go, okay, let's test it. Let's see. Just because you don't understand something and you don't know what it does or how it works doesn't mean it doesn't work, Dr. Franklin. Stop it. I don't like Dr. Franklin. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a Dr. Franklin fan.
Come. You are going to enjoy this very much.
Okay, I need this B plot. I really do. Does this violate his religious beliefs?
For your benefit. Here, my friend, here you will see the heart and soul of Babylon 5.
Is this a strip club?
It seems I've left my credit sheet in my quarters. I don't suppose you brought yours, hmm?
He's gonna get this dude to pay this girl tips.
Don't apologize. We'll make do.
There's no alcohol in here, is there? Because my people do not react well at all to alcohol. Even a small quantity causes psychotic impulses and violent homicidal rages.
Violent homicidal rages.
After my 11th year, I focused my area of inquiry towards mathematics, and I began to specialize in probability. I achieved the rank of Master Adept.
My dear good friend Lanier.
He's gonna go gambling.
Come with me.
They're going to the casino.
They're about to begin another dance.
Mr. Mueller, I'm here to perform the court-ordered scan prior to brain wipe.
If they're gonna do that to him, why do this scan in the first place? I don't understand. Like, for what purpose does this
If you'll
scan
please
exist?
sit. This will only take a minute.
Okay, this is super intense.
Another voice plus the 2 lurkers you killed.
No. More. And more.
She's not allowed to do all this. I still don't understand why they had to do that. Like, was it their point of she's scanning him to show that he actually was the one who killed? Like, that's what she was trying to find out? If so, how could they go ahead and convict him as guilty before conducting the scan? Like, is it like their final check to make sure he's really guilty or something? Like, I don't understand why they would do that, you know, outside of the need to freak out Talia.
Interesting.
Really?
You know that the odds of this particular combination are 5,000 to 1 against.
Never mind. Pick up your chips.
He just keeps taking the antipod.
There. But it doesn't have to be used at full power. It can be used a little at a time to do good.
Except for you.
You don't understand. I'm dying anyway. It's Lake syndrome. No, if there's a discovery here to be made, I will make it on my own terms.
That's just
my
pride.
last chance to do good.
All right. If you come to med lab once a week for exams, I want to be able to monitor your condition.
Is she going to get
I
charged?
reserve the right to intervene if you start to push yourself too far too fast.
This is what he should have done at the beginning. I still don't like Franklin.
Goodbye.
Listen,
You want to go to
Yeah.
dinner?
you ever want to take a break? I'd love to buy you dinner sometime.
I don't know what my mother told you, but it must have really been something.
Finish with Mueller?
Yes.
See, her Psychor badge is
Enough for a comparison
slashed over.
scan after he's been blanked.
Okay,
No.
so they do the pre-scan to be able to scan him after so they can compare to see if he's actually blanked. Okay, that makes sense. I just kind of wish I would have known beforehand before I went on my diatribe about it.
Not really.
I raise you 3.
Does Londo have a muskrat?
3.
What in the world? That looks like the little thing that was in the Vorlon body. Remember that, the fake Kosh?
What the hell? You cheating? No, I'm sure there's been a terrible mistake.
He's Yoda. Lanier is Yoda.
Good idea. I'll just take my winnings. I think not.
And what happened to the
He looked like Yoda jumping around there. That's awesome.
Tell Mr. Garibaldi I'm going down to Brown 27G. If he doesn't hear from me in 20 minutes, tell him to send in a team.
Will do.
Or send in a team now, just because.
Then I refuse to continue.
You all finished the job, but she dies now.
Yes, it's better.
Dr. Verlang's gonna do something to flip the switch and
Stay.
suck all his life from the bad guy into Laura. He should do that. That'd be cool.
What are you doing?
Dr. Franklin, rush in and grab the gun.
You'll never hurt anyone again. Do you hear me?
He deserved it.
You'll never hurt
was-
anyone again.
Not my daughter, you bitch. Little Mrs. Weasley action over there.
Therefore, no charges will be pressed, and she is free to leave on her own recognizance, provided that the alien device used in this action is turned over to station personnel.
So hand it over and make her station personnel.
If it helps any, you did the right thing.
Problem solved. Hire her.
Are you all right?
Now she's station
I've
personnel.
taken
She
a
gets to
life.
keep her thing.
There is one thing. When we were at the gaming table, a part of you reached out for the cards.
Yes.
What was that?
Yes. Here, Lee. Synthesis of male and female Centauri. Did you think these were just decoration?
Did he just say that thing is his junk? That thing is his genitalia? Did he just say it's his dick? Like, seriously? I probably gonna have to bleep that or edit that out. Like, did he just say he used his stuff to go get those cards, and his stuff has like sticky palm hands? They also explained what this thing was. It is the statue he was kissing the booty on. Did you think these were just decoration? Nope.
Through no desire of my own, I have been granted a second lease on life. Somewhere out there is what I need to redeem myself.
You don't need to.
Yes, I do.
Honey,
And I'm going
you're
to find it.
redeemed.
I'm all
You're
packed.
fine.
The cruiser leaves in half an hour.
Is that dinner invitation still open?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still open. 7, Zocalo.
I still don't like Franklin. I don't like his attitude. I don't like how he approaches stuff. All right, that's an episode. Probably the most intriguing part of that whole thing is the fact that Londo uses his junk to cheat at cards. Seriously? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dr. Franklin, I got problems with him, man. I got problems with how he comes in and he jumps to conclusion how he thinks he's right before actually doing any sort of experimentation. He did the same thing in Believers, you know? And he couldn't get over himself enough to think that there might be something out there that he doesn't actually know or understand, and that something else actually could be the right way. I also have a problem, frankly, with Laura and this guilt that she keeps putting on herself. I kind of go there. Oh, I had to take a life, but listen, that was totally self-defense. That's not, you didn't violate an oath. You actually upheld your oath because you were protecting the other lives. You weren't doing it for self-interest. And I got to tell you, I'm relatively close to some doctors, and I've never met a doctor that would hold that sort of interpretation of the Hippocratic Oath. So it's weird when I see it in fiction, because you do see it quite a bit. You know, doctors are people too, and doctors think, and doctors understand. They have situational awareness, and her feeling guilt over taking this life just shows a lack of situational awareness. Let's just call it that. So, I really kind of have a problem. But you know, is Dr. Franklin, does he have a girlfriend now? I don't know. Lanier is Yoda. That's fun. Like, I did not expect that at all. And we learned a little bit about station operation and the fact that a town of 250,000 people doesn't have a welfare program, which seems very short-sighted and inept. Minbari get homicidal, violent rages and psychotic outbursts with even the littlest bit of alcohol. That's funny. So, guys, that's it. That's Quality of Mercy. Make sure you tune in Monday to catch Jeff and I's full review, full recap of this whole episode where we talk about it, dive into it. And I don't know, maybe Jeff tells me that I'm just being stupid about the whole thing. We'll find out. But until then, guys, take it easy. And yeah, I don't know how to sign this off. I really don't. So I'm just going to go. Bye now. On our season 1 recap show, which is coming up very, very soon. All right. And I have a little visitor. What's up, little girl? You're going to go live on the internet. Yes, baby. You're hungry? Well, you could get a banana. You could get a bagel. You could make some cereal. Okay. Love you. She is the absolute love of my life. She didn't even see her on camera. She just woke up, like her hair is all messed up and everything. I love her. She's amazing. All right.